Hi guys. So here's a few notes that'll help us through some of the songs in some of our trouble spots, at least what I'm hearing right now. So if there's any songs that I don't cover, it means they're pretty good. I would just be concerned with words. So the first song is All the Gold. And just a few things in this one. There's a few times that we sing the phrase, so if you're dreaming about California. And the first time it's so if you're dreaming, then the other two times it's actually a larger leap. So if you're dreaming. So just notice that the first time it's a smaller interval. So if you're dream. And then the next two times after that. So if you're dreaming. Okay. And then at the end of the song, the only thing that I'm hearing is we're adding a word in there that we don't need to. So just know at the end of the song, um, we have California's A Brand New Game, then Brand New Game, then A Brand New Game. So the one in between, we don't say the ah. So if that helps you remember that. California's a brand new game, a brand new game. Okay? Um, Enough for all the gold. Next one is Santana. Just a couple little short notes on this one. Just remember that we sing the word stop and not start. Before I stop loving you, not start. Okay? And then another thing I'm hearing is a sneaking and a peeping. I'm hearing some people saying peeking with a K, and it's actually peeping. And then remember, it's also running you down. Okay? Next is Amor de mi alma. Few things in this one. There's a few places where we're not getting up high enough to an A flat and we're only going to a G. The first place is in measure 10. Um, so we have that right there instead of so just know that in measure 8 right before it, we sing that A flat, and that's what we're coming back up to. So it's that note right there. Okay, and that happens a couple other times in measures 19 and 21. You have that same pattern. And then even though the words are different in measures 56 and 58 is kind of the same thing as well. Okay? And then I also wanted to point out in measures 30 and 67, we actually have those octave A flat leaps that we have. So just be careful on that. So like in measure 30, we're coming from Alma misma os quiero. That octave leap that we have there, and that happens a couple times. Be careful on that. Um, and then in measures 39 to 40, it's where we're going into that por vos. Just know that when we start that pattern there, that starting note is the same note that we ended on in measure 39. So measure 38 and 39 we have por vos. Now even though that's an A flat and the starting note for the other pattern is a G sharp, they are actually the same note. If you play that on a keyboard, on a piano, an A flat and a G sharp are the same note. So we have por vos, por vos. Okay? The only other thing that I would say right there is once we do the por vos, RC's going to cut us off. Just watch for that eighth rest that he'll give us the beat there, and then we sing the por vos. So we have por vos, por vos, por vos, por vos. Okay? And then the last thing in measures 49 and 51, I was concerned the other night that we weren't knowing where to cut off there. So just know when we get to the guardo that we're singing there, we just have two measures, but basically 4 beats on each one. So guardo off. And you'll notice that the tenors are singing 2 on the downbeat of that next measure. So just count that. Gua 2, 3, 4, do 2, 3, 4, off. Okay, cutting off there, and that's it for that song. And then on everything possible, not really anything here. Just want to remind you that we are singing unison with the basses. Okay, through the whole song until the very end, where we just have a 1 note split in measure 84, which is just the next to the last measure. Okay, so just remember you are singing the same thing that the basses are singing. A lot of times you got to make sure that you're not singing the same as them, but this is the one song that we are singing the same as them because we're singing with the women. Okay? Next we have Long December. Just a few things in this, and RC was stressing it a little bit last night, which is why I want to make sure that we have it correct. So there's a few times that we sing the phrase, one more day up in the canyon. Okay? The first 2 times that we sing it, we have straight 8th notes. Okay? Then the third time, it's slightly different, and we actually sing different notes on it. So the first 2 times, measure 13 and 14, is one more day up in the canyon. Okay, what we were making the mistake of doing, it was one more day up in the canyon. Okay, and it's not that. One more day up in the canyon. Same in measures 31 and 32, same thing. But then when we get to measures 57 and 59, we actually do sing the words on the third time for, and it's one more day up in the canyon, okay? But we are singing a little higher notes this time. So it's actually, and it's one more day up in the canyon. And then this time we do that little quicker note pattern at the end. So again, it's, and it's one more day up in the canyon. Sorry about that. And it's one more day up in the canyon. So just remember the third time's a little bit higher, and then that's the one time that we don't sing all straight 8th notes. Okay? And then the second thing in this, first time is in measure 17, where we have that descending pattern. If you think that I could be forgiven, just remember that we start the descending pattern on be forgiven. If you think that I could be forgiven. Okay, so sing that little opening phrase, but the last few notes are the same. If you think that I could be forgiven. Okay, and then the same thing happens, let me see what measure that is. Measures 34 and 35. If you think you might come to California, California is where the descending pattern starts. Okay, so if you think you might come to California. Again, if you think you might come to California. So start those descending patterns. The first one, be forgiven. Second one, California. So don't start those descending patterns too soon. Okay?